Hello, all my little storms, and welcome back to another stream, whatever this VOD is. Chad has chosen last time that we are going to be staying in male model for who knows how long, so for the rest of the month, it's male model, because a lot of people forget that I have this model. I don't advertise it very much, nor do I draw any art of it anymore, so I can understand why a lot of people don't remember it. Male art, male model, male man. Yes, I'm male art, the mailman. I think the only reason why I even made this model, I think, was just to test if I could make a male model, but then it was also just because, you know what, screw it, I'm gonna have both. Why not? Why not have two different genders? I am both genders. Time to deliver some mail. Yeah. I'm mail art. I'm here to deliver you some mail. It's a love letter.
You will not get your wallet back. Take this, Sky God.
Excuse me. You know, I created you, George. I can uncreate you. I brought you into this world. I can take you out of it, George. Anyways, today we're supposed to be appreciating some wonderful VTuber designs, whether they're PNG tubers or not, because that's how I function. Okay, I don't know why that's trending again. I'm on Twitter, so I have your guys' pictures up. And the trending on the side is popping up with like the most randomest of stuff, and I'm just like, why?
I dare you to try to take this.
Take what, George? Your Nico kneecaps? I'll take them any day. Oh my gosh. We start- Ow! Really? You're just deciding to cause so much chaos today, George. Wow. What, the frog creating chaos, of course it is. When doesn't the frog not create chaos? Anyways, we're gonna move just like right into this, because this is gonna be kind of a shorter stream. Afterwards, after we're done with the VTuber appreciation stuff, I'm gonna show you some sketch work of my 2.0 male model, because I don't care about like having hints about that, honestly. And it's a sketch, it's a work in progress, so it's not finished yet, but we'll see. So you don't see any colors, you're just gonna see like a base of what the model is, and then some sketch lines over it, and that's pretty much about it. Because I'm gonna be honest, when it comes to my male models, I don't give a shit about showing it at all, but my main female models, yes, I do. And also I want to talk about, we're gonna talk about character designs. And especially VTuber model designs, because the thing is as a person that has known or has learned how to do character designs and has learned to do VTuber models, sometimes you can do really cool character designs, but those will not translate well to a VTuber model. So you have to think differently of how that's going to work. And you can still come up with a really cool design and be able to translate it really well to being a model. So we're going to talk about that as well. Knight, by the way, do you want me to give you critiques on like how to help better improve your stuff? I'm going to be honest, your model is pretty cool as it is. I'm going to be honest out here. I've seen you improve in your model and your like design skills a lot. So I'm going to be honest out here. I've seen you like grow, and it's been really nice to see you grow. I love following like early artists where it's like they're, you know, it's like, oh, this is my first drawing that I've done. And it's like, here's my art. And then I'm like, I follow them, and then I just see how they grow and grow and grow. And I'm like, it makes me go like, I saw this child grow. I don't know why I get so sentimental about it. I think it's just like, as an artist, it just makes me so nice. It makes me happy to see other people grow, because it's like, I was you at one point. And I understand where you're coming from. Feel free to do so. My model mama is also making improvements as well. I'm excited to see what she does. I am excited to see what she does as well, because I did see that you are making getting a model. I will say, like, you can take or leave my critiques. That's the one thing I'm gonna say. If you let me give you critiques, you can take or leave them. At the end, this is something that has been ingrained in me from, thankfully, because for those that don't know, I went to university to become a 3D artist. Now I'm a VTuber on the internet, okay? The path is very weird. But the greatest thing that my professors ingrained in me is you can take or leave my critiques. I'm just telling you what could improve it, but there might be other things that you might, because, you know, they're not the ones making the stuff at the end of the day. So you might know how to fix it better than what the critiques are giving you, right? So at the end of the day, you can take or leave my critiques, and I'm not going to get all pissy about it. Because at the end of the day, I'm just here to help, and that's it. That's what a critique is for. Yes. Yeah. I just need to preface that because some people do be weird. Some people do be weird out here, okay? We should acknowledge this. But I'm gonna move this over here temporarily. There we go. I don't have enough screens. I need like a separate screen for my model so I can be able to move it correctly, because when we move over, I have to manually move my model. So let's move over to the full screen so we can get all this beautifully captured. So let me just do that. Here we are. Let me just move myself over before we we go into it. By the way, I might remove my wings. I might take my wings off if need be. Because I will say this model, the one caveat I wish I could go back and fix is maybe bring the wings in a little bit more. The design for them, love this model's design and how I made the wings. Even loved how I rigged it. But practicality use, I'm so glad I made them removable. Because I was like, ew, these are gonna get in the way of me streaming and stuff. So practicality use, have to put the wings away. Sadly. You have quite the wingspan.
Rig this.
Is it just gonna be you throwing shit at me, George? It's just like, here, take this, rig this. Yes, cage to the verge. So let me get the screens up. I need to make sure that this is the correct screen too. Because sometimes I forget. Okay, this is the correct screen. All right, perfect. We want to make sure we got the correct screen capture. Oh, hold on. That's in the way. Hold on. Let me. There we go. Oh, you can't. All right. Nah. Just go. Nah. Just go away. That's our next goal for the charity. I also see my child. Yes, fish also put themselves in. There's also Opie that put hers in. We'll also look at my own characters as well. Because even though I'm doing VTuber appreciations, I also do want to talk about character design as well. As a person that's done not only 2D character design, but also have done 3D character design and animation, oh doggy, there's a lot. There's a lot of things that needs to be discussed. I think I have quite a vast knowledge of experience and things that I can share. I love character design so much. Yes, character design is amazing. It's probably one of the greatest things I love. I actually also love doing environments. I love environments. I love doing prop. With 3D work, I love environments. I hate models. I hate characters. 3D, I hate characters. I love environments more. 2D, love characters. Hate environments. Why is it so separate? I don't know. I think it's just because I have a better understanding of 3D environments than I do 3D people for some reason. But yeah, so that's my thing. That's my thing as an artist. 2D, only characters. 3D, only environments. That's what I got my degree in. That's what I did my thesis on. My thesis was literally prop art, which was to do with environments. So yeah, hate backgrounds so much. I'm gonna be honest, I have been getting better. I have been getting better at backgrounds and trying to do backgrounds more. Especially considering I'm making a comic. The comic will teach you how to do everything Creating your own comic will teach you how to do everything and get better at it. Though I will say I thank God for my the prologue of my comic is literally just I'm trying to do it more so I can get better. Yes. More practice equals doing. Anyways, we're supposed to be appreciating this. We're supposed to be appreciating this model. And we're not. Anyways. I remember when I first saw, like, what you had, Wolf, when I first saw what you had, compared to what you have now, it is kind of night and day-ish, but I can see that you've improved a lot. I will say one thing. Give me the skills to learn how to do fucking metal, because I still can't. You do metal so much better than me. And I say that as the person that has a metal necklace on. I'm gonna be honest, I use a lot of cheats. I just have a brush that does the metal for me, because I sometimes cannot get it around my head. But you do it so well with how it's supposed to shine. You do it so much better. I think my metal is still kind of bad. Okay, it's not like top tier, like looks like realistic metal, but you have enough of the solid idea of how it reflects and how it works. For me, I still find it challenging. With 3D designs, on the other hand, I'm like so much better at it, but for some reason 2D it just does not comprehend. So I will flaunt you for that. You are better than me at it. I will tell you that much. Give me a little bit of ego boost, okay? We're here to give ego boosts. I don't know why I do this. But I do really like it. I do like one thing of your design, which is you understand like colors, which I feel like a lot of VTubers do suffer from. Oh, thank you. Appreciate the compliment. Yes, you get all the compliments. I do appreciate your color palette, that there's enough of a difference. Like if I took this picture and probably grayscaled it, I can still be able to tell all the value separations in the color. Because like surprisingly, you have a very good understanding of color. I'm slightly colorblind. Yes, I do know if you're slightly colorblind, it is a little bit harder to separate things up. But the best thing that I can do, and I'll tell this to everybody, sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. But definitely go in with your model and put it in grayscale and see if there's enough of a value difference between everything so you can be able to clearly separate it up. But that's with value. Value just means how light and dark it is. But with color in particular, if you're going to be using similar colors to each other, you have to know how to do the values. And you did that. Because you did this in more of like a baby bluer, paler. And then this is more of a bright royaler blue. So it ends up in a separation. Tuning in from work might not say much. That's okay, Opie. Yours is like the last one we're looking at. Never thought of putting it in grayscale. Yeah, it's the thing that a lot of people don't do, and I'm gonna admit this. A lot of people that do character design really don't. The other thing is that if you want to test a model, I'm doing this right now. Take your model and put different values of color in the background and see if your model still stands out from the back of it. So like put like white, light gray, like a medium gray, and then like almost black. And if your model pops out from it, this is specifically with VTuber models, but it can also be used for character design as well. And if it's to be able to separate the character from the background. Most of the time, what most people do is they lighten the background or they'll darken the background, depending on the character. So if the character is really bright, they'll darken the background. If the character is really dark, then they'll probably lighten it a little bit in the background. I think like the best one that you can see how this is a problem is if you look at Has Been Hotel, you can see that the characters just match too much with the background and you lose some of the character. So if you're ever doing like background designs, like you could, depending on the scene, either make it lighter, because like if it's a daytime scene, make it lighter so that then the character is able to be separated. I have mostly dark colors. I'd probably go lighter. Yeah. Well, it also depends on the background scene. If the background scene is like supposed to be bright, it makes it weird if it goes darker, because then it feels like now it's nighttime instead of daytime. So yeah. little things like that. But that's like if you're doing a scene, but like for your model in general, if you wanted to do it on your model, just like take the background color of this and just make sure that your character just stands out from the back. But because you have this, like, you know, the outlines, this is why a lot of VTuber models, I believe, have outlines around their model so that then it can be separated. But for my models, I don't have outlines, so I need to do that because it helps to separate it better. But yeah. But you do have a very good understanding of stuff. The only thing I think could really be improved upon is just, and you'll develop it more, just, you know, because this is a very anime-ish style, and I'm a person that does more realistic work, so, or like semi-realistic. It's just, I don't know, there's some, I think it's the eyes and the ears, maybe lower it, but that's about it. But honestly, you got a pretty good concept for your design. And there's nothing really bad. As a person that has drawn your design multiple times before, it's pretty good. I thought those were light colors. They are light colors. They're cool colors. I also like that you keep a balance of cool and dark and warmer colors. Because technically yellow is a warmer color. I'm like looking through all your other designs as well. Oh yeah, you have a female design. I forgot you had that. Yeah, I would say there's not much to really like give you a bad critique, because you're improving. You're trying to improve. Do you look a bit high up? Yeah. The best way, so you know how if you're using like the 3D models and stuff like that, and you see on the 3D model the line that's kind of in the middle of the head going horizontally, that's actually not the eye, where the middle of the eye should be. That is the brow ridge. That is where the brow goes. So I've discovered this more, but yeah, so that is actually the brow ridge. So your eyes should be about down here-ish. So your eyes should be like further down here. So that's the only like critique I really have, is just move the eyes down a little bit. I'm sure your model mama already is gonna do that, so you don't have to really worry about it. I will say this much. Another thing I really like about your design is that your design kind of tells me something about what you do, which I feel a lot of VTuber designs, especially with my male model as I'm currently showing it off, doesn't really tell you a lot about who they are. But yours, it tells me, like, you know, you have a uniform, which tells me that you're some type of in-uniformish person. And you have a sort of medal on here, meaning that you're decorated of some sort. So that tells me more than enough about you as a character. Like, you are showing some idea that you are of some importance. Especially considering you rocking that gold trim there. You're of some importance in some sort of military situation. I did use the mirror tool. Yeah. Wait, hold on. I did use a 3D model for this, but I did use the mirror tool. Yes, mirror tool. Okay, I use mirror tool, okay? I use it because all my characters are pretty symmetrical. Or like some of my designs are pretty symmetrical. I actually have art symmetrical on purpose, and I didn't realize that until like later on when I was doing stuff. I do also like one thing about your design. I know that the ears get cut off here, just ignore it. I do like one thing about your designs as well is the feral mode that you kind of go into with the tail and everything. Not only does it pop up with ears and tail, but you also make a design choice of making the hair longer, which also like shifts to say, hey, this is a different mode. This is something different, which is good. I think that that's a good change because I think that some people don't do it enough. Some people just have their models change in eye color, but you like I can see that you put thought into your character designs. You have an idea of what you want and you put thought into it, which is good. It's good to think. Like I'm gonna be honest, this male model I put zero thought into. I just did it because I was like, sexy male model, that's all I need. And give him horns, and that's what I did. I didn't want to have 4 ears. Oh, it's to hide the ears. Hey, you know what? At least you're a person that hates the 4 ear thing. Thank goodness. I freaking hate seeing it on models. I hate it so much. I really do. That's like one character design choice that I really hate because I'm just like, it shows to me as an artist that you don't care. That you don't care about, like, you know, unless like the person wants to have that many ears, but like, why have human ears but then you say that you're like a fox spirit? Then why do you have human ears? Why? And it just tells me from the modeling point of view that they literally just had they had a bunch of bases and they just took that base and forgot to delete the ears. Especially from male model, so I changed the hairstyle so it worked with the form too. Yeah, it does tell me like there is a change in your character model. But honestly, like, I'm not gonna rate your stuff, but if it's again a very good design, a very solid design. And as a person that has drawn, I will say this much. The one thing is, your design is complicated, but it makes sense for your character. And I'm gonna be honest out here, I like more simplistic designs when it comes to doing VTuber designs sometimes. But at the end of the day, if somebody wants like a complicated design because it makes sense for what they're trying to portray, then at the end of the day, make it as complicated as you need. Why are we caging George again? George just getting caged out here. Anyways, I don't know if Fish is here. I've been drawing characters for years, so this is something I love to do. Yes. Yeah, thinking a lot about your design and just remember, I will say this much. The things that I use for character design when I'm thinking about character design is I think about, okay, what's their personality? That's the first thing I think about. Like, what would they and wouldn't they wear? Because the thing is, with personality, it kind of tells you, yeah, it's your it's your child. We'll take a look at him in a second. That fish making fried fish. Yeah, because their name is Fish Fry, so it honestly, it's a kind of funny joke if you think about it. That's pretty funny. It's ironic. Hold on, I'm trying to hold on. I gotta look at something really quick. I'm gonna turn this off really quickly. Alright. I just need to turn it off really quickly to check something that I can't show on screen. There you go. But the thing that I do with character design is I think about their personality. What do they wear? What do they feel comfortable with? What is their likes? What is their dislikes? And all of that. So I look at that. And then the next thing that I look at is their environment. Like, where do they live? What is their community like? How is their community? Is their community very like conservative like? Maybe they cover themselves up a lot, or maybe they think very conservatively and wish to be covered up. Or maybe like it doesn't matter and no one really cares and they live in a free society, right? And they can wear whatever they want. If it's that way, then it's like you have a little bit more freedom. But then it's like I even go into like doing full world building with kind of learning about the culture and kind of like where they come from a little bit. And sometimes when I sketch them out, I'm just sketching them out, not really thinking about much. And then as time progresses, I'm just like, yeah, you know what? I think that this character like looks like this. And I'll show you my process, because my first design of my male model 2.0 is vastly different from what I'm currently working on, and it will be shown in that. So first just getting a sketch down of like what the character might look like, and then refining that more with thinking about who the character is as an individual, and then what their community would wear as well. And then like, okay, what do they value as important, and would they include that in their design? And then there's also that's why like all of the pictures of art and everything like that has their hair tied, or they're wearing their necklace, or they have their heart, their upside down heart symbol somewhere. It's because those things are important to the character design, because the hair tying means that they're married, and that's how the lore is. The necklace is their engagement, like an engagement necklace instead of an engagement ring. And then their upside down heart is a symbol of their family. So it's like all of those 3 items are very important and need to be included in certain parts. Even though that the design of like different outfits and stuff might change, there's going to be those things that would be included, because they are important to the overall design. Like, you know, without them, it's not the character, right? So like with your design, Wolf, like I can't imagine you I can't imagine Wolf, I don't know, without like outside of military uniforms most of the time, because it's like you're a captain in the military and stuff. But at the end of the day, even if you took this off and everything like that, your form changing from going to normal into feral is also a key part of your design. So that can be translated to any outfit, and I would still be, yep, that's Nightwolf. That's Nightwolf right there. I also would say that maybe this fluff area here, but definitely the bracelet too is probably a key feature. And it's like those key features could translate over to different designs that you could do later on. And it also solidifies the character in a way as well. Like even with Fish here, like a key element of their design would definitely be like their tattoos here. So, and while we're going into it, let's look at Fish. Yes, the bracelet is lore related. Okay, see that exactly. Yeah, a lot of lore related stuff. Where like I call them key features. Like here I'm trying to think. Like a great example would probably be Iron Mouse. Her hair color is a key feature, but also the three hearts are also a key feature of hers. And her horns are now a key feature as well. She might have a varying different array of horns, but those are also becoming a key feature. And also just pink in general is a key feature with her, right? Pink and purples. So you always know it's Iron Mouse because they'll have pink and purple, right? So those types of things will always translate over. And it's good to have them because then people, even without a character silhouette, will know that's your character because they can point out these items that are translated across all of the different character designs. So yeah, I'm actually adding a new key feature in my 2.0 designs because they're lore related. So there's a new one that's being added. That is not going to completely replace the heart, the upside down heart, but it's going to just be added alongside of it. But for Fish here, you know, it is a pretty basic design. It's I mean, the goggles around tell me that there's some, besides them being called fish fry, tells me something that they have to do something with the water. Along with the tattoos and the scales, tells me something about them being a fish, which is good. And the reason I say, like, it's a kind of basic design is because it's just t-shirt and shorts. But sometimes it's okay to just have a t-shirt and shorts. That's basically what I have. And sometimes, again, simplistic designs are great, but it's also what do you add to that simplistic design that tells me a lot about them. Because you have this fish design on the tattoos and the scales, which tell me something about them being a little bit of a fishy person. Fish gave me a good amount of references to create for the design. I can tell that, because, like, there is a direction here. There is some direction for what was being created. You know what? I'm getting a little tired of this. Hold on. Let me just... There you go. So you can see more of the design. I was like, I'm getting tired of this being cropped the way it is. But I see that there is definitely much more of a direction with what was being put here. I do like the funny design on the t-shirt. I like that it's not a plain t-shirt, because there's been a lot of character design references that I've seen, or like people doing characters, and they just have like a blank t-shirt on, like me, and don't have anything, and it's like, you could add a little something here. I guess I added a boob window, so there's that. I'm roasting my own design. The goggles are swimming goggles. Yes, I do know that these are swimming goggles. And is this a whistle or is it a ring? If it's a ring, then that means that they might have like something of a key feature, another key feature that they can wear. So I think you should have like somewhat of a good balance of key features in the sense of your physical appearance and key features in the sense of what you wear. It is a ring. Okay. Yeah, because the tattoos and the scales here will always be a key feature that fish can translate to so many other designs, and we can always tell that it will be fish because of these two characteristics. And then for wearables, like, you could have the goggles be there all the time, and the ring as well. So even if you change up this design completely or put a different outfit on, if you have these things, like, I can still tell that it's fish. And I know, like, with certain characters, you can still go into, like, character silhouettes and stuff like that. But, like, for VTuber models in particular, I'm gonna be honest, as much as silhouettes are really great, some of the time, what makes a model really stand out within the VTubing community is your key features. And you can have those key features be really great in silhouette, and I'll show you guys that for my male 2.0 as well. Because there is a big design key feature that is for the physical appearance, that no matter what, like, people will know this is me because of that. Because they'll know by the silhouette. But that's also like another way to really test that's more of to test if your design is readable. So a silhouette design is more to see if your design is readable. Can people read what it is? Like, can people read that this is you? But you don't really need to do it in the sense of most for VTuber models, even though that a lot of people say, like, oh, you should kind of do it. And I'm like, yeah, you should, because there's a lot of problems with the big, giant, poofy hair that gets all long. But you have it as more of like a form change, so that's why I don't care about this. But if I put this in silhouette and this was your main thing, we're losing out on all this other stuff that we're seeing in the silhouette. Do you get what I mean? So we're losing out on certain key features. It's like, oh, they have something here. Well, we're missing that because there's this big hair poof. So for some character models, it's like fine. But for other people, it's like, it might be better just to put it up like this. I think it's a balancing act. You need a bit of both. Yeah, you need to, like, have some sort of a bit of both. Also, asymmetrical designs can always help a lot. So you can have like one big poofy hair on one side and then have like more of the design being shown on the other, you know? But yeah, fish is good. And I know that you've improved a lot since drawing this as well. Again, I really do like the tattoos. Not a lot of, I will say this much. Not a lot of male VTubers actually do have tattoos. I know that seems weird, but honestly, they call them markings where they're like removable. And I'm like, that's not a tattoo, man. Give me a tattoo. Give me an actual tattoo. Not just, oh, it appears when I turn into my feral form. I don't care. Give me a tattoo. Maybe I should draw him again at some point. Yeah, because you have improved. And I'm sure that fish would love to see an improved one, you know? I'm sure that fish will appreciate it. So there is another, here, I need to turn this off. just in case we see anything weird. Because there is another person that put their stuff. So I just want to make sure. All right, okay, now we can turn the screen back on. So lastly, but not leastly, you must be careful. Yeah, that's why I'm like, we must be careful. Must be careful. Little careful. So last but not least is Opie. I should probably include like the picture of her trying to eat my shirt. She drew a picture of a possum eating my shirt because I could remove my shirt. And every time I did it, she would go crazy. It's a funny thing between us, but so this is Miss Opie Possum. She did make her own art as well. And I'm gonna be honest, I like the design. I've always kind of liked it. I know it's a cute design. I like her. I love the better. Yes.
Remove this shirt.
I'm not removing my shirt, George. I don't know if I could be banned for it, cause the thing is that I did draw it with I did draw it realistically, and I don't know if I could be banned for it. I don't know if they might mistake my my chest for boobs. We don't know what's which. We never know. So oh my, shush. I drew this a long time ago, okay? It's been like almost a year, okay? I will say with my 2.0, I am removing it, sadly. But it was a throw stuff joke. Oh. Well, it didn't work, apparently. But anyways, with Opie's design, I do like her design. When I saw it, even though that it's a very simplistic design, just being in really casual clothes, it makes sense for her because she is a very relaxed kind of person. So it just makes sense to be in more casual clothes. But there's still enough character design here of like, you know, she didn't need to put the glasses here, but she did because she wants to be cool that way. And she pulled out the beret. You know they're hip with the little beret, you know. Nice boots. Yeah, she does got some nice combat boots. I need to get me some new combat boots. I need to get me some new boots. That reminds me. But it's just like a very chill and relaxed design. I also do love the ears and tail, you know, to basically show like, you know, I am definitely a possum. Could it be pushed more? Yeah, there's a bunch of animalistic character designs that you could push your design more. But the problem is, if you push it too much, you're going into furry realm. And, you know, have you guys seen the chart of like from from person that just has animal ears and a tail to just straight furry. Have you seen like the chart? It's a great chart. It's really funny. I think someone in the furry community, and I think it was on Tumblr, posted it up. It was funny. But I was like, yeah. But yeah. Oh, they have a little character reference sheet with all the colors. But I do like it. Also, a purple gang for the win. We win in the purple gang. But yeah. Again, very nice. It's simplistic. It tells enough. Of course, the key features on here for design-wise would definitely be the beret and the little glasses here. And then also for the character itself would be the tail and the ears. I would say the funny thing of pushing the design more is if you give them like teeth that is like a possum. I think possum teeth are like all sharp, if I remember. They're little monsters. And then maybe what would be funny is because you do have gloves on, just putting little paws would be funny as well. Just like a little itty bitty touches to just further it, but that's about it. I wouldn't even do anything else. I think another funny thing would be on the necklace to put like an upside down possum. just like a dead possum to like further like I am a possum. Not a dead one, but like a possum like playing dead or being upside down or something, being held by its tail or maybe the scruff of its neck or something. That's about it. Other than that, the design's pretty nice and very, very easy, very simplistic, but it works. Because sometimes simplistic designs, they just work. Okay? You can't go wrong with simplistic. It's again how you do it and like other key features that you incorporate into it. Also, ads are about to start in like 40 seconds. But I think that's all the designs that we got. Unfortunately, I was not very much really great about putting this out there much, so it's no surprise that we didn't get a whole lot more. Also, the other thing is that I think people have been put off of people looking at their designs. So, time for ad jail, yay. Yeah, I know. I mean, you could always subscribe. No, I'm not. Don't. I'm just gonna put myself into ad corner. But let me turn. I'm gonna turn the screen off. I see what you did there. Exactly. You can use all my great emotes while you're not in ad jail, you know? Oh my gosh. I don't know. I don't know why I do the stuff I do. But let me get. Yeah, I'm just gonna. Here. Da 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 da. While the ads are going, I'll set this up. Because it's fun. Oh my gosh. I need to set this up. Where is it? What did I do? No. Was it? Is it display? Oh, maybe I might be. Hold on, I forgot how I like did this. Aha, it is. Okay, there you go. Just wanted to check. Oh, it's in front of me. Ah. There I go. I don't know how much of the design I can show. Well, there's nothing on it. It's just a blank thing. But I'll pull up like the other stuff. Here, let me just do that. There you go. There you go. So we can kind of see the character. We can see stuff without Twitch probably going, ah, that's nudity. You know what, let me pull up my one. Oh, I'm so glad you can't see this. Let me pull up my my other character design. Oh yeah. So we can like see the evolution of the character designs. Cause this was originally what my male model was going to look like. As you can see, it's changed a fuck ton. Like a shit ton amount. What is this? Oh. There you go. Also, my art increased a lot, so that's why it looks really weird. Actually opening these up and looking at these is just like so strange. Let me see where the other one is. Oh yeah, I made it into a separate folder. I guess we could look at the... We'll just look at this one. Are we all back from the ads? There's the ads, BRB. Oh my gosh. Are we back? I'm just opening these up, so don't worry about it. Just opening this stuff up. Oh, there you go. Excuse me. If we're all back from the ads, then that'll be great. I'm back now. Woo! Hooray. Okay, so here's the evolution of my male model to be what it is, okay? So originally, this is what I was going with for my male model. Of course, my art had improved a lot by that point, or like, you know, before I debuted this. Also, this was rigged, like, really poorly and just not well, and I just didn't separate it well. So I was like, I scrapped this entire design, because sometimes you make a whole entire thing and then you just like, you know what, fuck it, I'm not doing this anymore. So, but the key features I still wanted to keep was, of course, the hair tied and a few other things, because that's just how I wanted the character design to be. I also still wanted it to be super muscular, because I was like, you know what, fuck it, I can make it however muscular I want. So that led into more of a 2.0 version of this one to be more of different. And I expanded the lore a little bit more, and also wanted to use the same colors. So the same colors that I use for art, for my regular, I have not changed this color palette at all. I've added to it here and there. But this color palette is still the same color palette. It is 100% the same color palette that I've used from my 1.0, going into revealing my rebrush model, my new model that I have, and even the male model. All the colors are exactly the same, and that's the only thing that I've kept also very much the same. The colors might be arranged differently, but the colors are still the same. So I still wanted to keep the hair ties, and I still wanted to keep the necklace, and I was like, oh, where do I put the heart? So I put the heart on the sleeves to actually actually go back, because on my on my regular female model, the heart symbol is actually also on the sleeves, and it's to make the iconic joke of your heart, you know, wearing your heart on your sleeve. So that's what it was hailing back to. So I don't know if anyone got that in my design, but that's what the joke was. That's what the irony of the design was. Is that her family has the upside down heart symbol as part of her family lineage, and then it's just like, think of it like a family crest. The upside down heart is basically a family crest. So she just wears it on her sleeve. But then I took this design and finally started working to make my model, keeping some of the design elements and everything. Actually, let me pull my model up so you can like fully see it. But yeah, so I kept a lot of stuff. Oh my gosh, this is I accidentally made it the exact same height as this. But yeah. And I added a boob window because I was like, I need to add something interesting to the top. Besides just whatever I am. So yeah. I will say with my 2.0, this top area is going to get way more interesting. You have a twin now, lol. Yeah, I know, right? But one thing that I did add was wings. Because if you don't know, within the lore, this male version is actually supposed to be... So the lore, the basic of my lore is, for Art is a mortal that is a reincarnation of a god. This is the god. The male version me is the god version. And then Art fights the god and becomes god. And that's it. But basically I can still change back into like my previous incarnation. That's basically what it is. I was almost going to have that with a 2.0, but I decided no, we're not going to do that with the 2.0. So you're going to see some similarities with how I draw this character to something else. I will say this much, if you are invested into reading the comic lore, probably not a good idea to continue on watching this. Because you'll be like, wait a minute, why do these look the same? There's a reason. So there's that. And the other thing is that I changed from the concept was I added wings. And the reason that I added wings was because I wanted to add wings, and also I wanted to rig wings, and I thought it was a cool aspect to the design. And the thing is, what I was talking about was silhouette. So let's just do this. Let me just put all of this. It's gonna take a second, but it's gonna probably do it. So you take all of this, and this is what I do sometimes. Oh, it did not include the wings. Hold on, let me just... There you go. And this is what I do sometimes.
I don't like putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay. Do you understand that? Turn the friggin' frogs gay.
Lunori, oh my gosh. Bro, it's been a minute. Where the hell have you been? Bro, Lunori. Oh my gosh, look at all them raid emotes. Hi, Lunori. Hello, raiders. I am Art Creates. I'm a Storm Deity VTuber. This is not how I normally look. This is my male version. I've been lurking. Oh my gosh. Hey, Art. Hello. Welcome in. Anyways, I'm a Storm Deity VTuber that does a bunch of different stuff, and I do art. I make my own models, and I do a variety of games. Daddy model, you mean? Yeah, that's true. It is called the daddy model. Here, let me give you a shout out, Luno. Oh, wait, what the heck? Why is it? Oh, I forgot to put the @ I'm totally a professional. I've been doing this for almost 3 years now. Oh my goodness. But Luno, I saw that you got to 3,000, not 3,000? Jesus Christ, no. to 1K. Congratulations, man. I'm Congratulations on getting to 1,000 followers. That's awesome. You be out here, man. You be out here doing work. What did I get? When did I get to 1K? Wait, didn't you just say that you got to it, or am I wrong? 3K? Yeah, totally got to 3K, you know? It's rolling in that 3K already. Yeah, just got to 1K yesterday. Now it's at 3K. Totally. Oh my goodness. Luno, don't lie. Yeah. I can go and check right now. But anyways, we were talking about a bunch of different VTuber designs, and we're kind of just going through my design. Art will dox you. Nah, I'm not gonna dox people. Not doing that shit. I won't even joke about doing that. God damn. There was so many shit going on. Just like, please, I just dox me harder, bro. No, I'm not doxing you. No, I'm being straight serious. I'm gonna be honest. But anyways, we were talking about we went over other people's VTuber designs, and we're just kind of going over mine and like the process of going from to get to my model. Not funny, too soon. I know. Yeah, it's a little too soon with the VTuber drama that's happening in the sphere to be talking and joking about ducks and people. It's just not. Yeah, no. I've already said my 2 cents last stream, and a whole entire Twitter stuff. So yeah. But anyways, my model. Yeah, I know. It's not great, but So this is my original iteration of my male model, and then concepting, and then going to the final design. But I must go work and use me. Go and do your work, Luno. Go do great things. I do want to thank you for the raid, and I appreciate it. You're amazing. You do great work. You do good work here. And go do what you need to do. Have a great rest of the stream. Thank you, Luno. You go and have a good day. No, you're amazing. No, you're amazing. So yeah. And then we're now going to be moving over into the 2.0 and event, and I'm so excited for debuting my 2.0 model. I'm so excited because I've been sitting on it. I've been sitting on it for months, guys. There's so much. Hey, don't you be pulling out the Uno reverse cards. George will pull out the Uno reverse cards on you. But yeah, for the raiders coming in, we're just talking about like process and then moving on to my 2.0 design. So if you don't want to be spoiled for male 2.0, you might want to leave now. If you don't care about seeing 2.0 daddy, then please sit, enjoy, relax. I am showing this because I want to. But my 2.0 actual like regular model will be revealed possibly in May. I'm saying for May because I want to finish my charity stream and like doing all this. Oh yeah, I forgot to say I'm doing a charity stream to the Raiders. I keep forgetting it. It's been so many days now that I'm just like, this is normal. This is normal now. But April is Autism Awareness Month, and we're raising charity for the Autistic Self Advocacy Network, who are doing great work for the autistic community. So yeah, I'm so sorry, I completely forgot about that. It's been so many days. I do enjoy it. I do enjoy doing this. It's just like, I guess I've done it so much now. It's just like, this is just the normal way of just seeing the bar and everything. But anyways, moving on to 2.0. So this is my model for 1.0. Did like the design, but then I started to realize that a lot of the stuff for showing up near the top, like all the cool stuff is kind of happening down here-ish, and there's not a lot enough going up here. So I was like, well, we gotta change that for the 2.0. So here's the 2.0. I am changing up arms and experimenting with just like a lot of things. I am going into more of a animalistic design, but it goes alongside that of becoming more I guess eldritch horror-ish, because that's kind of what I want it to go. But it's at some points the silhouette makes me look like I'm turning into a furry, but then when I reveal what it looks like, you're gonna be like, oh, never mind. So these are some sketch lines. Don't worry, there's nothing here. But these are the sketch lines that I have that I'm working on. And even still, like, this is far from what I had from my first design. Yes, I'm doing black pupils, or not pupils, black scleras because can, alright? I think it looks cool. But there is a lot more that's being added. Of course, the necklace is still here as a key feature. The hair ties are still here, it's just harder to see, but they are a key feature. There's just like a lot more stuff that is happening. But very monster looking. I dig it. Yes. I wanted to go more monstrous with it because I'm gonna be honest out here. That's what I particularly like. I like horror. I like gothic horror. I like I haven't read much in the sense of I haven't read a lot in the sense of eldritch horror stuff, but I do like the designs of people's eldritch horror stuff. And I'm gonna be honest, I just really think it's cool and I want to do that. I know that there are a lot of people that are going more on the eldritch horror side, but I really wanted to experiment with it more. And I'll tell you this much. My mouth is not going to move like how everybody else's mouth does. I literally, on my how I have it being is I have separated up each individual tooth on here to make it so that I can do the mouth movements correctly. Like, it's gonna look like it's moving like an actual mouth and not just, because I've seen some people where they just open and close it. And that's it. That's all they do. With when it comes to the rigging, right? And again, it's not bad per se. It's just like that's just how people do it. But I want to experiment more with what can be done. And if I add something interesting to the community, then I add something interesting to the community. And that's how I go. But yeah. We're getting upgraded dad model. Upgraded daddy model, of course. I will say, I sketched out the claws as an idea, but when I fully debut what my 2.0 model looks like, we're gonna go through a whole entire thing of going through all of the sketches for that model. Cause what I started with and what I was thinking about is way different than what we ended with. Like, a complete 180. Teeth can go very wrong. Ugly Sonic and Xbox graphics. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So, but this is the original idea concept that I had. So, at this point, I was really much into Hades and Hades 2, and Hades coming out, and I was like, oh, that would be cool to do, like, an asymmetrical-ish design, or go lean into being very, much more, I don't know, like, Greekish. But I was like, you know, I haven't really done that in any of my models or designs with that of art and stuff like that. And I'm like, yeah, that doesn't work right. So then I kind of started sketching out an idea of maybe something more, I don't know, evangelical-ish, and even decided sketching out a mask, but I decided on not doing that either. I liked this design, but it wasn't what I wanted. And then I kind of started sketching out this one, and I was like, oh, let me add some color and some other stuff to here. I don't know why this is working the way that it is. That should be there. Oh my gosh. Look at all that forehead, right? Is that why you made ab armor? What do you mean? Wait, what? Maybe? I don't know. I just created abs. I was like, you know what? I want to show off more of my abs for some reason. But then I came up with this design, which if you do look at it and you've seen how I sketch out chaos, you're gonna be like, wait a minute, these two look similar. I was like, yeah. That's a hint. That's about it. That's all I'm gonna give you when it comes to lore. Is they're supposed to look similar. But then I was like, you know what? No, I don't want it to look exactly the same. I want it to be referenced, but I don't want my male model to look exactly the same as Chaos. So that's where I'm sketching this one out. And this one, I started referencing how my female model looks, so they kind of look in tangent with each other. So they're still different enough, but they're more related to each other. And remember how I said I was adding a new key feature? This is the key feature. You're going to be seeing this symbol a lot. If you read into the comic, you're going to see this symbol alongside a different symbol. Here, let me get that symbol up for you guys. There's another symbol that you guys are going to see. You'll see it in the other one as well. But you'll be seeing, oh my gosh, yeah, it's on both sides. So you'll be seeing both of these symbols. These are very important symbols in my lore. I'm trying to make them exactly the same. You'll be seeing both of these symbols. They're very important. You'll be seeing, you'll know why it's important because you'll be seeing it in particular character designs for the two characters in the prologue. But those design features will be showing up in different places in the comic. So it's a very lore heavy symbol, and it is being added to this design. And the amount on here is also important. There's a lot of little key touches, but I'll show you something that I created today that I was like, I need to put this on my 2.0 regular base model as well. And it's this. It's a little crown. The colors are also important. And yes, it is a glowing crown. And that's the new thing that I added. I keep adding little small things, but right now, I literally need to stop. I keep adding shit. I keep adding shit, and I'm just like, I need to stop adding shit. I need to be like, this is it. This is the final design. This is it. That's it. That's all that's being added. This is it. This is the last thing. And the funny thing is when I was first sketching it out, even at the very beginning, there was always an idea of putting a crown. So the fact is that this is now back. It's always been there in the original idea of thinking. So yeah. But that's a little thing about character design, and kind of exploring it. Again, best thing that you can do is do a silhouette to make sure that your design is readable. And honestly, with a hyper focus mainly of this would be mainly on how the model looks itself than anything else. And then another thing you can always do is check just if it pops out of these are going to be the same color, but check if it pops out from the background. That's just with highlighting and shading. So if you want to be able to highlight and shade it correctly, just make sure that the backgrounds are, so it's like a light mode and a darker mode. Just make sure that separates itself. But that's about it that I can give for how to help with that. Ow. I just got a real bad pain in my back. So anyways, let me switch over to regular Q8. Gotta move my model. Move that model over. But anyways, I'm gonna exit out of this. I'm gonna say, you know what? Sure. I don't care. Save. I just. It's like not letting me close out of everything until I save shit. Don't save. I don't care. But we are gonna find somebody to possibly raid. Because we can. Oh my goodness. I am wearing like a nice warm jacket, and I'm like, I am getting really, really hot in this. I'm sweating, and I shouldn't be probably wearing this. But do I care? No. Oh no! I forgot I had this here. Well, that's okay. I forgot that I had tea, and I put something on top of it, and it melted into my tea. It's okay, it's supposed to melt, but I don't think it's supposed to melt into the tea. Well, yes, I am eating it now, apparently. Well. That's apparently how it works, isn't it? Oh, yeah. Uh-oh is right. Anyways, I think I have an idea of who we can raid, which is good. Let me just do that really quickly. Well, you could raid this person, or actually, it might be funny to raid this person. But there's a few other people that we could raid. Oh wait, I forgot that it was their debut today. Speaking about character models and appreciating VTuber models, maybe we should raid the person that's having their debut today. They're having a 2.0 debut. Debut. Yes, debuts. Oh! Wait a minute. Wait a minute. They can blue screen their own fucking... No, that's kind of cool. Alright. We could either do the debut or a friend. Which one do you guys want? They can blue... apparently they can blue screen their stuff. That's funny. That's hilarious. I love it.
I behaved for the appreciation, so here's one for the road.
What? Ow! Really, George? Really? That's what you do? Oh my god. I'm like trying to pick. Do we go with debut or do we go with friend? And I really want to do friend.
Take that, sky fool.
Excuse me. No. George, you're not gonna do this. No. You know what? No. You're gonna go up in the corner. You're in the corner now. You're over there in the corner. I don't care. You're over there in the corner. There. That's your timeout corner. Just for that. You go in the corner now, George. I hope you enjoy your corner. You called me a fool, so so you get put in the corner. If you doth call me a fool, you get the corner. That's where you go. See that, chat? Learn from George. Don't do what George does. Oh my gosh. Anyways, I think that we should raid my friend. So we're gonna do that. So let's get the raid going. Hooray! And let me make sure that I spell their name correctly, because I'm gonna be honest, I feel like I've spelt their name incorrectly before.
For throwing me from the sky.
Ow! George! I put you into this world, I can take you out of it! And I will! Because I can! Who the heck do you think gave you life, George? Who do you think the heck gave you your godly powers? Me! I did it! I like how you can see George Cage over there in the corner. Alright, George, you can come back here if you're in the cage. Behave yourself. Behave yourself, George. You're supposed to behave. And you're not behaving much today. Alright, let me get the raid started. So let's start this raid. Oh yeah, everyone remember to get the raid message before we dip out of here, right? George was good for the review. I know that George was good for the review, but now they're not being good anymore. But anyways, so we're gonna raid a good friend that I have made through a collab. I collabed with them on Goose Goose Duck. They were pretty fun. And they're just kind of chilling out and solving problems with their fists. I'm sure George will enjoy that. We're going to be continuing the charity event through next week. I know that there is a Jose will narrate stream. That might be on a Sunday or a Wednesday. We don't know, but it will be a surprise, okay? It will be a gorilla stream, so just watch out for that. And the other thing is, I am going to be planning next week to do a George Creates stream, where I will just be doing doodles, and you can just make George talk, and it will just be George narration only. And yes, I will be there to oversee and narrate George as well, just to have fun. Without any further ado, I do want to thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate everybody that did drop their designs. I hope that you enjoyed what I had to say. And without any further ado, as I always say, may the winds guide you. Until next time. Goodbye, everybody.